Hello everyone, Lou with Bergen Pickers here, and we are starting our vintage costume jewelry haul number 12 video. Today we're going to go over some brooches, some souvenir items, and just go over some interesting figurals that I came across. So let's get started. We have a obsidian or like a black rhinestone brooch here with AB stones. Silver tone setting. So these are prong set, really nice. So black jewelry, so black rhinestone jewelry can be used for funerals. I don't know about the bling here, but I know there's a lot of business in funeral type jewelry or mourning style jewelry. So this could potentially be one. Circa mid-century, by the way. And so let's go right to this one. So it's like a tree figural. Obviously, you can see the branches, and on each branch you have rhinestone, multicolor. Some of them, some just clear colored. And this is a Sarah Coventry piece. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of Sarah Coventry, just because their stuff is not super valuable. Even though they've been around for a long time, they still produce jewelry. Most of it we sell in lots. Jumping right into another figural, obviously it's Christmas season or the holiday season, and here you have an unsigned Christmas tree brooch. These are super popular. Even some of the wreaths that we've seen and Santa Claus, etc. They usually sell pretty well, especially around the holidays. Another really pretty bracelet. It's obviously emerald colored rhinestones. It's got like a chain link design here, and this one is signed by Kramer. So it's Kramer of New York. Really nice piece. It's got a very fine look to it. So if you're looking to accent your black dress, this might be a way to do it. This I thought was pretty cool and interesting. So this, for all you figural collectors out there, this is a cast iron stove. So perhaps your grandma or great-grandmother used to have one of these. And I thought that was interesting because I've never seen it before. It's got some orange color rhinestones and, what would you call it? Well, they're both orange, but this is like a darker orange. And then we have a penny farthing bicycle. So the big, or like a big wheeler, or like a high wheeler, actually I think they're called high wheels. It's like one of those antique bicycles, and it's not signed by anybody. It's an unsigned beauty. Again, for you figural collectors, this is probably something that's not part of your collection, and it's pretty neat. What we got here? Okay, so it's a rose, silver tone, and it's signed Giovanni. Okay, so Giovanni makes a lot of roses brooches. Rose brooches. Rose pins. Some of them you may have come across if you go hunting for this sort of stuff. They are normally gold toned with red enamel or red paint at the petals. This one is quite large, larger than I've seen some of the Giovanni brooches, and it's pretty heavy. Thought it was interesting and I shared with you. In the previous video, number 11, we saw belt buckles. This is like an Art Deco design. And let's flip it around. It's made out of pot metal, so that's pretty cool. Whoop, I don't want it to fall. And it's got the rhinestones, and then again, it's supposed to go on a fabric or like a sash style belt. And that's what this is. See, it opens up. Whoop, and then you connect it, and you fasten it like so. No matter how many times I go to buy jewelry, costume jewelry mainly, it's, for some reason there's always butterflies. Always come across them. So again, sign of good luck. This one is really cool. It's got the AB stones, and then the larger stones are like a multi-tone, like a green / yellow / light blue. So that I thought was interesting and I'd like to share with you. Moving on to this right here. I'll have to test the stone. So recently, I came across a larger version of this, and the stones, somebody told me, hey, you know, test the stones, because some of this older jewelry, the stones could be semi-precious. So I did, and it turned out to be tourmaline. So those are pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Didn't even notice that previously. Signed coral. Let me bring it in. There it is. You see it? Oh, right there. The pedal. Boy, this camera has an autofocus, and for some reason, never focuses on what I need it to. Nice little brooch. It's like a wreath design. Love these blue sapphire colors. And it's got the open back setting on the rhinestones. Really nice. No foil on the stones. This is a small little pin. Okay. We come across a lot of these crowns. And when you see these crowns, especially in this design, they could be British or Canadian. So keep that in mind when you come across them or when you're trying to figure out what you have. Search for British crown or royal or you know, the sword and crown design, and then look that up. And this has got some enameling. These two brooches must be made by the same designer because they have the filigree work right there, and these stones, they're cold to the touch, and they must be semi-precious, maybe jade, jadeite. I have to test them because they have some inclusions right there. Let me bring that in, see if you can spot that. Okay, see those inclusions in this stone right here? Right there, those dots that you see in there, those are inclusions. Will it bring up the value of the piece? Most likely. And this is actually signed JJJ. We'll bring that in right there. JJJ, and it's 12 karat gold fill, 1/20th 12 karat gold fill. So essentially no precious metal value whatsoever. These clip-on earrings I thought were pretty interesting, and I think they might even match that right there. Oh, they do! Okay, so it's a matching set. Hold on, double check. Yes, it's definitely a matching set. Boy, okay, now here's the telltale sign, right? So if I wasn't sure... So this is an unsigned beauty, right? I looked at it, I'm like, wow, that's really pretty. That's nice. It's got the open setting on the stones. Okay, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, you know what? It kind of reminds me of D&E or D&E Juliana, which is highly collectible. So I put it down, and then I'm looking at these, and I'm like, okay, well, the figure 8 puddling is a dead giveaway. It's something that Juliana did in most cases in their jewelry, almost in every single piece. It's this figure 8. See that infinity design, that figure 8 design? So it's a matching set, so that's cool. That's going to bring in some value. It's in pretty darn good condition, so no stones missing, nice and clean. That's going to go up and should do pretty well. This is particularly nice, and if you can see, it's like a dome design, like almost like a, I think some people call it 3D, like a 3D design. I like it because it shimmers. I mean, it is an attention getter. See that right there? Okay, let's put you down, lady, and open you up right there. There we go. Nice and clean. Whoever owned this previously really took good care of it. There you go. We have another bracelet right here. It's actually another set with the clip-on earrings. Could have sworn I spotted a missing stone. There it is. Okay, so you have a missing stone right there. Can be replaced. Always make sure that if you do replace any stones that they match perfectly. You wouldn't want a potential collector or buyer to then, you know, have it and say, hey, wait a second, that one doesn't match, and it just causes a nightmare. So before you even put it up for sale, either don't replace it, leave it as is, or if you do replace it, make sure it's a perfect replacement. And if you don't know what you're doing, I recommend just leaving it alone, because you could break some of the prongs right there. Those are pretty finicky, and if you bend them a little too much, they snap right off. Trust me, know from experience. But if you want to risk it, I guess go for it. Now this set I thought was interesting. Now, don't know too much about it. All I can say is this: it is 99.9% antique, so it's super old. It's very simple prongs design. I have not tested the stones. Could be rubies. Not sure. I'm hoping it is. But I've tested some of these in the past, and some of them were precious stones, and some of them were not. So, at the very least, it's a really pretty antique necklace. It's got what I believe to be matching earrings, and they're not signed. So, it's screwback design earrings. Bring that in. Really pretty, nice shimmer to it. And this is a souvenir bracelet. So, somebody at some point in time went to Paris, France, and bought this bracelet. So you can see it's got on the different panels. It's got the Eiffel Tower. It has the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. The Sacre. Well, I'm not gonna curse, but this. I can't make out that other word. But it's also in Paris, and then we have the Madeleine in Paris. I'm gonna bring that in. What's that word? Whoop. Can you tell? That one. What is that? I don't know. Okay. Well. Souvenir piece. So if you go to Washington, D.C., for instance, everybody's done it at least once. By the way, if you haven't, go and do it. And you can buy like little souvenir jewelry and, little things for the kids, etc. So that's one. This is a Chatelaine brooch right here. If you've ever seen Downton Abbey or Mad Men, the TV show, and obviously other shows, mainly BBC shows, you'll see a lot of these. This is a sweetheart piece, or actually it's for mother, it says right here. Normally hearts like this with arrows through them are sweetheart pieces. This one must have been a Mother's Day gift, or just a remembrance gift. Bring that back. And some of the designs, so librarians and other people that had different employment, they would use these Chatelaine brooches or pins. The chains would connect to different things, such as like a pen or scissors, or so a seamstress would obviously have like scissors and other utensils attached to the end of it so that they wouldn't lose it, because when you put it down, somebody might just take it, or you'll forget that it's there, it rolls off and falls, etc., etc. Trust me, if you don't put everything where it belongs, you will lose it. Anyways, thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys subscribing and commenting. Please do. And this has been a lot of fun this year doing these videos, and I really enjoyed the ride. Please, everybody, come back, subscribe, leave some comments. If you have questions, I am very accessible. You can even call us with any questions. So hope to see you guys soon again.